So, welcome to week 20 of my weekly rotations video. Let's keep going. So, due to last week being what it was and me not being in the greatest shape, this is a little bit delayed. It's Wednesday today, so I'm a few days late, but I'm doing it. So, last Monday I was wearing Orthoparisi Bergamask, which was a disaster because I kind of knew it, but I bought this basically as empty as this is. Instead of getting a decant, I just bought like leftovers of a bottle, and this very, very heavily triggered my breathing issues. So yeah, this will either be given away or just whenever I sell something, I'll just add this. The scent is citrusy with a ton of musk, kind of a little bit of fresh sweaty. If it's great or not, I don't know. Due to it making me unable to breathe, I don't like it. But the scent itself, it's okay. I never had the chance to really get to know it. So for last Tuesday, I went with one of my favorite green fragrances, which is Beaufort London's Fathom 5. What I get is Amouage Beach Hut Man without the mint and a slight sea note in the background instead. Actually kind of fresh and clean. I'll almost call it soapy. As you sort of catch it, you do realize that there is some like weirdness in the background. It's not unpleasant in any way. It's just you sort of have to look for it, but once you find it, it's always there, which makes it sort of edgy and different. Personally, I like it, but I think it's that C accord mixing with something. However, it is really nice, and I love it. And this is one of my 10 out of 10 fragrances for that specific reason. Wednesday was a special day for a couple of reasons. Most of all, because it was my 2 years anniversary for ordering Seraphim Blue. So this is 2 years old, pretty much to the day when I record this. So this is how much I've used in 2 years. This is my favorite fragrance. If I have to choose one favorite fragrance, this is it. This is a vacation. This is coming out of the shower, out to the balcony, in the Mediterranean. There's beach underneath, and the cool sea breeze catches, and there is dry linens. Someone has just done the laundry, and you just catch that clean lavender, clean like fabric that has been cleaned with lavender soap, and the freshness of the eucalyptus and just the sea notes, and it's just everything about this is just completely relaxing. This is vacation. I cannot be stressed when I smell this. Even now, I mean, just smelling it, just everything calms down 1 or 2 notches. So there is a reason why this is my favorite fragrance. And this was also my first Zaharoff fragrance. I had the samples already before I bought this. And funny enough, I sampled a lot of fragrances, loved all of them. And then this came up for pre-sale. And I thought, I loved every single fragrance so far. I'll take a chance. So I pre-ordered this as my very first bottle from Zaharoff. And it turned out to be my favorite of them all. With the ones on order, I now have 16 Zaharoff fragrances. And this is the first and still my favorite. One of the things this does for me is that anytime I put this on, it's just a moment of perfection, a moment of silence, a moment of All the weight goes off my shoulders, all the stress, everything just melts away, and for a little bit, just for a few seconds, everything is just perfect. Everything is calm, everything is good. There's only good things in the world, all the bad things are gone. And that's the experience for me with this. It is literally like the perfect moment. I can think of nothing I would rather smell for the rest of my life than this. I wish I could convey the experience and emotions I get when I spray this. It takes stress and anxiety and just weight off your shoulders. It's just for a slight moment, for that perfect moment, I get to just relax and enjoy the best smell in the world. I physically feel myself and the muscles in my body just relaxing. That is literally the effect it has on me. Thursday, quick and easy. Nishanei Oolong Cha. Citruses, green, tea-ish, and I'm going to say neroli, but there's definitely something very soapy in the background. Typically that is neroli. Borderline to me calling it creamy. It's not quite creamy, but very close. It has like a little bit of thickness to it. I'm thinking that is probably the neroli. It's quite simple. It's just citrusy, fresh, green, floral. It has that tea-like. I have drank a lot of oolong tea, and I have never smelled something that smells anything like this, but I guess you can call it tea. There is something tea-like, at least. Anyways, this is a summer banger. There's a reason there is a lot of people who love this. And I love it too. Enough that I had to have a full bottle. Friday was a very special day because it was my birthday on Friday. And so when I had to choose a birthday fragrance, the choice was pretty easy. Another Zaharoff this time is Precious Treasure from the Basilius line. And this is my very special occasions fragrance. Intense, but not dense, not like heavy, but very intense, woody fragrance. Slightly like waxy. There's some spices here. It's clean. There's definitely some musky cleanness in the background. Yeah, it's just so elegant and so classy, masculine, and just seriously put together. This is a celebration of the note woods of any kind. If you like woody fragrances, this is a must try. Probably my favorite woody fragrance of all time. It doesn't have that thing where it gives me images like a lot of other fragrances do, but it definitely gives me just the highest of high class and masculine and clean and just all the things a man wants to be when he wants to sort of pamper himself up and dress up and show the world his best side, and that this is what it is. Bring this to a wedding, bring this to a party, bring this to a birthday, yours or other people's, and this will shine. So yeah, one of my favorite Zaharos, easily, and my favorite woody fragrance that I can think of. Saturday was May 16th, which is between my birthday and our national holiday. So it was sort of a rest day, gathering energy, which I don't have a lot of. So I went with Imaginary Authors, The Cobra and the Canary, simply because this is just, to me, this is riding a motorcycle. It doesn't smell like anything that has to do with riding a motorcycle. But when I smell it, it's just, for some reason, it triggers that on the road, asphalt and city and exhausts and all that stuff. There's none of that. It says it has asphalt smell. This smells nothing like asphalt. Even freshly paved asphalt. Maybe it smells different in other countries. This is pleasant. This is beautiful. I would not say this is a very feminine fragrance. This is I would lean this towards masculine. But if you're like a biker babe, look no further. This will probably get you some attention. The experience is just that on the motorcycle, out riding, just going through the motorcycle motions, corners and open highways and twisty roads, just cars passing, people and bicycles, just the experience of riding a motorcycle. That is literally what this makes me think of. Like I said, it's weird because it doesn't smell like anything that has to do with that. I smell a lot of things, and from my motorcycle perspective, and none of it smells anything like this. For Sunday, Roja, Burlington, 1819. This is what I wore for our National Independence Day. May 17th is the biggest day in Norway, and for that, only the best is good enough. And since Zaharov's Precious Treasure has become my birthday scent, this has become May 17th fragrance. So this is just the fresh, clean, serious, such a happy fragrance, such a elegant, sophisticated, just matured fragrance. There is nothing childish about this, but there's nothing old about it either. It is, for better or worse, perfection. It is smooth, it is sharp, it is rounded, it is everything in every kind of way. Now, I am not sure what I'm smelling or how it is built or anything like that. All I know is that the scent itself is exceptional. The scent itself is precious. Almost as Precious Treasure. Almost. So I'm trying to make this a little bit quick because I'm running out of breath. This is the weekly rotation score, starting with Bergamasque, 0 out of 10. Giving me breathing issues, making me sick for a while. This is a failure in every way for me. The experience was terrible. That doesn't mean that the fragrance is terrible, it just means that I'm allergic to whatever is in it, and I think it's the musk. Beaufort London, Fathom 5 is a 10 out of 10. I love this fragrance, I love the scent. That clean, green, slightly sea accord-ish background fragrance with a tiny bit of like challenging aspects. It's such beautiful fragrance, and then on top of that, it's a little bit challenging, so it's not like something you just throw on. You sort of have to plan a little bit, but not much. Zaharov Signature Seraphim Blue, 10 out of 10. No point in telling you, this is my favorite fragrance. It's always going to be a 10 out of 10. And it's the only fragrance that I can put on to calm down in any situation. Nishane Oolong Cha, pretty good 8.5 out of 10. It's a little bit less tea and a little bit more soap than I would like. It's very fresh and clean, but it's also a little bit soapy, which, I don't know, it sort of bothers me when it gets this soapy. Zaharov Basilius Precious Treasure, 10 out of 10. Every time. Freaking love this fragrance. Just like Seraphim Blue, this is one of those where whenever I put it on, I calm down. Whenever I put it on, I become happy, content. There is that moment of just perfection. This is that moment of relaxation. And that's what this does. Imaginary Authors, The Cobra and the Canary, 10 out of 10 also. Excellent wear. Just make me long for that ride. Makes me think right now, even though I'm basically unable to breathe, I'm still wanting to put on my gear and go riding a motorcycle, because this is just, it's the spirit of motorcycling in a bottle for me. Roja Burlington 1819, 10 out of 10. It's perfection. I mean, the moment you spray it on, it's refreshing and elegance, and it just stays refreshing and elegance. That's the whole experience. It's just top tier elegance, top tier refreshness. There is no heaviness, there's no thickness, there's no soapiness. It's just that bright and airy and positive energy. So that was my 20th weekly rotation. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you'll be back for my next video.